So there was a pallet in this spot when we started. I just put this 4x4 post on top of it because it wasn't quite leveled the 4x4 post. And then I put one of my rafters over to the right there after I secured this. Now I'm just marking off the cut there, and we're taking down the board. We didn't want it to move, so we secured it temporarily. So we marked out where the bird's mouth needed to go there for the rafter to sit. I'm just testing the fit now. Now, I didn't show it quite here, but I needed a framing square to line that up so the rafter was square with the pallet. Now we are just using the first one as a jig, and then we're gonna make 5 more exactly the same.
Yeah.
So like I said, we did use a framing square here to square that corner up, and then we went 16 on center with these till the end. So one thing you definitely want to be mindful for is when you're doing your layout, if you were sheeting this with 4x sheeting, you want your centers to be 16 exactly on center if you pull it from the end or to the end of the wall where it works, so that 48 inches lands right in the center of your stud. And then you just put your next sheet on there and still have backing if it's. So here I'm just securing these. You can see I just put a 1x4 kind of as a temporary brace. I leveled it across so they all sat on there good, and then I got right into putting some 1x6 cedar on top so that that plastic paneling would sit nicely on it without folding or giving out. And it had some nice support to sit on. As you can see here, I tried to put 2 screws in each stud, and then you'll see I put I went up every 2 feet on there and made a mark. So as I went up every 2 feet, put a board. Okay, here I'm just measuring up the top, and then I'm measuring over how far it is to the fence, so I know how far to notch the upper part, so that panel will go all the way up to the fence, and never have to worry about water getting in there. Okay, now I'm just measuring, making notches around that 2x4. I know that 2x4 is 1.5 inches, so all I'm doing is making 2 notches, and then I just kind of eyeballed 1.5 inches, and I got lucky. Ooh, look at that little duck. Well, I like to call it. Well, look. Okay, I think I might have said that I was doing these 12 inches on center, but I was going about 6 to 8 inches in between each one of those little flutes to make sure it was secure. And just went all the way up. So to give you a little backstory, that was the customer trying to come out. We were just trying to surprise her. She had the chickens out on her porch. She had been wanting chickens for a while. She had a little sunroom in the porch, and they were just kind of demolishing it. So she didn't really know how to build one. They had that pallet, and they were kind of starting, but they didn't know where to kind of go from there. So tried to use kind of recycled items. She had some old pickets, cedar pickets that she had gotten about 6 months ago to repair some fencing. So we used that. She went and bought new panels. Yeah, we were just trying to do something nice. My best friend passed away a few years ago, and this was his wife, and her son came to work for me, and so I see them quite a bit, and just wanted to do something nice for her. So we're just trying to make something here. We are going to make a part 2 to this. We're going to build a couple doors, a little area where they can nest and hatch, lay their eggs. We're going to waterproof it. We're going to make it quite a bit nicer. So this is just to hold them in, show you how easy it is. And hopefully this can help you. And our part 2, we are going to pimp it out a little bit. So be ready for that to drop here probably in the next week.
neighbor. Hey, neighbor.
That was my sorry attempt at a home improvement reference. Sorry about that.
Oh my goodness. This is beautiful.
Wow.
I would be so happy if I was a chicken.
What?
Or duck. Named Petunia. I'm glad that we went with the all clear. It's beautiful.
Get you by for now.
I love it. I love it. Very pretty.
Super.
We hammered in some metal gating here, just so something couldn't just dig right down in and get in. So. So the chickens and the duck are 6.5 weeks old now. I've been doing a weekly update. If you want to see any of those videos, you can go to my shorts and you will see, I think I have 4 or 5 other videos. So you can kind of see the progression of how big they get every week. The duck is very big already.
Big old ducky. Kissy, kissy.
So you can see she is very big. I will say,
Take a little bath, ducky.
other than when you're trying to hold her, she stays fairly quiet. She's not too bad. So I just put a little bit of flooring up here, keep the ducks out or the animals out. I will probably put something else on top of that, and then she will be able to get her eggs in there. So we'll have a little nesting box. And behind there, I'll probably maybe definitely cover up the side there. That's just some sheeting, so probably waterproof that. So cover that up right there. There's several more things that we're going to do, and then we're going to put a door where that fencing is, so it can get in and out fairly easy. And then we'll probably put a little stick or something so that they can roost on, and maybe work on a little bit of their food situation, food and water. So we're going to pimp it out. Yeah. So be ready for more content on this. So right here is where I'm going to take the fencing out, put some sort of door in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you on the next one.